Are you ready to ride, on the road, and under the hood? But thinking exactly how to choose your first muscle car? Buying your first V8 isn't just horsepower. It's about spotting what dealers don't want you to see. Did you know some sellers glue carpet over rusted-out trunk floors to hide the damage? Or that a $7,000 freshly painted car could be hiding more than just a strange look? It's a tough world out there, and missing just one warning sign could cost you a lot. How do you decode seller language like OBO? And what fluids can reveal the car's real health? Let's go through everything step by step. And don't forget to subscribe for simple car buying tips. Let's start with the basics. What even is a muscle car? Most people throw the term around when they see something with a V8 and loud pipes, but there's more to it. A true muscle car is generally a two-door American-made car with a powerful V8 engine and rear-wheel drive, built between the late 1950s and early 1970s. They were designed for straight-line speed and were especially popular among younger buyers because they were fast and relatively affordable. Think of iconic names like the Chevrolet Chevelle SS, Plymouth Roadrunner, or Ford Mustang GT500. These cars weren't just about engine power, they symbolized freedom, rebellion, and raw American engineering. Today, they're cherished by collectors and hobbyists who appreciate their place in automotive history. What draws you to muscle cars in the first place? Is it the look, the sound, the history, or just the thrill of owning something powerful? Understanding why you want one can help you make the right choice for your first buy. Let's talk money. Before you start scrolling through listings or heading to car shows, set your budget and be honest about it. You're likely not aiming for a showstopper right out of the gate, and that's okay. Most first-time buyers start with a car that needs a little work. The rule of thumb: the cheaper the car, the more repairs you'll probably need to make. And trust us, rust is the enemy. You'll see plenty of cars with new paint jobs, especially flat black, trying to look cool and hide rust underneath. That's a red flag. Matte black is often a shortcut to avoid doing proper bodywork and can be a sign of deeper issues. Have you factored in the cost of repairs? If your budget is $10,000 and the car is $9,500 but needs $4,000 in work, you're already in the red. Keep that in mind. Here's a trick. Look at listings in different states. Prices vary a lot depending on location. In dry states like Arizona or New Mexico, rust is less common. But in the Northeast, you'll want to bring a flashlight and a magnet. Budget for the car and the repairs. Don't just fall in love with a price tag. So you found a car you like, now what? This is where it gets real. Some sellers are honest, some are not. You need to be careful and ask questions. Always assume they're trying to make the car look better than it is. Open the doors, pop the trunk, pull up the carpet. Who glues carpet down in a trunk? That's a cover-up, literally. Ever see a car listed as OBO? That's or best offer. It sounds flexible, but it can also turn into a showdown. What's the lowest you'll take? Versus what's the most you'll pay? Don't get caught in it. And always bring a friend. Dealers are less likely to BS you when someone else is watching. Better yet, bring someone who knows cars. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1. Have you ever been tempted to rush a deal because it looked good from afar? Slow down, take your time. If they're rushing you, that's another problem sign. Enjoying this? If so, then subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated. Paint can say a lot about a car, especially if it's freshly done. Mostly won't pay a lot for a fancy paint job unless they're trying to resell the car. So if the car is under $7,000 and recently painted, be cautious. They may be covering up bodywork issues or even rust. Is there overspray on the trim or weather stripping? That's a sign of a rush job. Good bodywork involves prep, and prep takes time and money. If it looks lazy, it probably is. Check around the windows, under the hood, and in the trunk. Look for signs that the paint was sprayed over dirt, glue, or even rust bubbles. One simple tool: a magnet. Run it along suspect areas like the lower fenders and quarter panels. If it doesn't stick, there may be body filler underneath, a common trick to cover up damage or tarnish. If the seller spent money on paint, why didn't they fix the rust first? That tells you where their priorities lie: getting it sold fast, not making it right. This is where many new buyers slip up. You're so caught up in the look and sound of the car, you forget to check the basics. Start with the coolant. Is it clear, slightly dull green? That's fine. Brown water, big problem. That means corrosion in the system, and it could stop up your radiator or engine passages. The same goes for oil. Pull the dipstick. Is the oil dark and gritty? Bad sign. If it looks too clean, ask how long it's been since the oil was changed. Look at the filter too. If it's old or a cheap brand, they might have done a quick change to cover engine issues. Also check transmission fluid, brake fluid, and power steering fluid. Any odd smells? Burnt color? Sludge? These can point to hidden issues. When was the last time you checked fluids before buying anything? Probably not often, but here it can save you thousands. Ask the seller not to start the car before you get there. You want to see how it starts cold. That's the true test. A car that sounds great, warm, might struggle when it's cold. If it cranks forever or stalls out, you might be looking at carburetor or ignition issues. Does it start clean after 1 or 2 turns of the key? Good. Does it blow smoke or idle roughly? Not so good. These are signs of deeper problems. Bad compression, oil burning, maybe worse. And always check under the car. We once looked at a car that had no nut on the steering pitman shaft. No joke. The linkage was missing cotter pins and castle nuts. That car was a death trap. Do you know what safe driving should feel like? If you don't feel confident, get someone who does to help you inspect the car. A bad ride can ruin the experience before you ever hit the road. The outside might turn heads, but you'll be spending all your time inside, so don't skip the interior. Start with the seats, door panels, and headliner. If they're new, great, but ask who did the work. Just like with color, a bad upholstery job can hide things. Look under the carpet. Floorboards can oxidation out fast, especially if the car has leaks. Check if the material was glued over the original trim without proper prep. If it feels cheap or the seams are wavy, it probably won't last long. Also check the dash, gauges, and electricals. Do the lights, wipers, and heater work? If the seller added random speakers or cut the doors for audio upgrades, be cautious. Those changes often mean shoddy wiring or interior mods that will cost you to fix later. Can you live with the interior as is, or are you willing to invest time and money to redo it? If you're not sure, take pictures and get second opinions before buying. Remember, the car doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be worth it for you. Choosing your first muscle car is an exciting journey, but it demands careful eyes and patience. Watch out for hidden rust, shady paint jobs, and tricky seller tactics. Always check fluids, start the engine cold, and inspect interiors closely. If you found these tips helpful, subscribe for more easy car buying advice and drop a comment sharing your dream muscle car or any questions.